Head your way when we get back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee and Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice. 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back on the AEC countdown to tip-off a rivalry Wednesday night inside of Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman takes on the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you think about the Rail Splitters, they're obviously really good. Played a tight one up in Harrogate. Really came down to about a 5-minute stretch where LMU overwhelmed you. Is that even something to consider given what this team has had to weather over the month of January?
No, we're not giving really much thought at all to the first meeting. They're an elite team. They're playing really, really sound basketball, and we're a team that's, as you said, sort of working through what we've encountered, especially in the last month, first month of this year. So what happened back in Harrogate way back when means nothing. It's all about the moment and us trying to be the best we can be in this moment.
Lincoln Memorial, the only team in the country that's top 10 in the nation in both offensive and defensive efficiency. How do you make scoring tough on them while doing something that has evaded your team, score efficiently?
Well, we got to be very, very mindful of their personnel. People score the baskets. Schemes don't score baskets. So we've got to know personnel first. And one thing that's sort of, I think, good is that they've got so many veteran guys that we're sort of already familiar with and got some experience against. So I think our awareness of them should be really, really sound. But on the flip of it, we've got to be more confident. Just that's it, pure and simple. We've got to be more confident when we are on the offensive side of the basketball and put the ball in the basket. We've got proven commodities. We've got guys that have been in big situations and not so big situations and have delivered. So I think it's sooner or later that ball's gonna start falling for us again, and it'll catch up where our defenses is, and we'll be okay.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I know it's frustrating, almost from a fatherly standpoint. You hate to see guys like a Luke Brennigan go through the swoon that he and Monty Johal have gone through collectively. They've missed 17 consecutive shots over the last 2 games.
Gross. Tell me that. Gross.
Is it just a matter of keep shooting? Eventually, they'll start falling.
That's my approach. We've had quality practices. Guys have shot the thing well in practice. It's just that the human mind is very powerful, and the things we tell ourselves have got to be right. We can't have, as our iconic Ken Sparks used to say, we can't have stinking thinking. And we've had some guys, I think, that have sort of been fostering narratives in their minds that would be described as stinking thinking. So I'm still very confident in these guys. Hopefully they'll continue to work, which they're doing, and find that confidence of game shot making. And like I said, when they do, I think our defense is sound enough that with confident offense, I think we'll be back to good.
Lincoln Memorial has spread it around just about as well as anybody. Nobody averages more than 15 points per game, but they've got 7 guys who average at least 9 a night. You mentioned having awareness of personnel. That's a lot of personnel to have awareness for. What challenges does that provide?
I mean, it's difficult, but at the end of the day, we still know what our primary focal points are. You got to defend the 3 against them because they really want that, and then entice the long 2. So we know we got to get our defense set in transition. Can't get them quick. They can't get quick, easy ones in transition. But really, it's more about defending the 3. We think than anything.
All right, Chuck Benson, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Rail Splitters.
Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups, keys to the game when the AEC Countdown 2 tip-off comes back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Decades ago, your local electric co-op was formed to make sure everyone who needed electricity had it. And as time went on, as our communities continued to grow, so did the need for electricity. And time again, we've made certain that need has been met. Today, we're still doing everything in our power to keep affordable, reliable electricity flowing. It was our purpose then, it's our purpose now, and that'll never change.
AEC, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This fires the 3, and I
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Buzzer and ball game. Carson-Newman reigns over the Royals. The Eagles take home the 2021 Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Men's Basketball Championship.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Aramark, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Tri-Light, Quality Sweets of Morristown, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial on. Now to handle all the pregame introductions, here's Andrew Rogers.
First for Lincoln Memorial. At guard, a graduate student number 1, Chase Rankin. At guard, a graduate student number 2, Quay Kennedy. At forward, a sophomore number 12, Jordan Walters. At forward, a junior number 22, Martez Brown. And at guard, a redshirt sophomore number 24, Mikel Burries. The Rail Splitters are coached by Jeremiah Sarapegas. And now the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. At guard, a junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 5, Caleb Bridgewater. At guard, a sophomore from Springfield, Missouri, number 10, Monty Johal. At guard, a senior from Greenville, South Carolina, number 12, Luke Brennigan. At forward, a sophomore from Weaverville, North Carolina, number 14, Ren Dyer. And at center, a senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 24, Brian Thomas. The Eagles are coached by Chuck Benson, assisted by KT Carter, Joe Laravia, Adam Eberhard, and Dave Gorman.
All right, pregame introductions out of the way. Carson-Newman and Lincoln Memorial set to square off for the 217th all-time meeting between these two schools. Rail Splitters lead the all-time ledger 112 to 104 and won the meeting in Harrogate by 8 points. Eagles out in the pristine home whites, white tops, white shorts, blue numerals, trimmed in orange. Carson-Newman written around the numbers on the front of the jerseys. LMU Navy Road outfits, white numerals with Carolina blue piping around the shoulders and the sides. LMU written above, white numerals on the front of the jerseys. James Gibson has it set to jump it up between Bryant Thomas and Martez Brown. The ball is in the air, and Brown deflects the tip into the backcourt where Mikel Burries tracks it down. And the Rail Splitters bring it right to left to open up this contest. Rankin over to Kennedy, right wing, bounce feed to a cutting Walters to the cup. He leans in and hits the leaner. Lincoln Memorial strikes first. 2-0, 19:35 to go in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Brennigan, left wing. Chest pass, Bridgewater, head of the key. Back to Brennigan, left wing. Motions for Dyer to come set a screen. Moves right around it to the keyhole. Bounces down to Thomas, right block. One dribble into Brown. Takes it up. And jump ball, possession arrow to the Eagles. So 8 on the shot clock. And Bridgewater triggers from the right baseline. Lobs into Dyer, 7 and 6. Dyer right baseline, 5 and 4. Thomas at the free throw line. One dribble, spins around. Right hand, baby hook. Thomas connects. BT ties it at 2. The Rail Splitters bring it right to left. 19 minutes to play first half. Walters in the middle of the lane, twists in, lays it up on Thomas, and lays it in off the glass. 4 early points for Jordan Walters. 4-2. Rail Splitters the lead, 18:45 to play first half. The Eagles onto the offensive end. Bridgewater left corner. Man-to-man defense from the Splitters. Up top, Dyer, chest pass over to Brennigan, right wing. Left around a Dyer screen. Accelerates, left lock, stops. Feeds Thomas, middle lane, chucks it up, gets fouled. BT draws the harm. It's on Martez Brown. His first, the first on LMU. So 2 free throws for Bryant Thomas. And a chance to tie this up at 4.
Thomas, first free throw. Rainbows through. 4-3 ball game. Rail Splitters lost last Wednesday by 2 at Tusculum. Their first loss since the opening weekend as Thomas goes 2 for 2 by sinking the second, tied at 4. Recovered nicely with a blowout win at home over Catawba. Rail Splitters the other way, driving inside Quake Kennedy all the way to the bucket, and he lays it in over top of BT. 6-4, Rail Splitters by 2. LMU's hit its first 3 shots. Eagles on to the offensive end, trailing by a pair. Bridgewater, right wing, left around a Dyer screen, gets to the free throw line, works his way down to the left block, kicks out Joe Hall, left corner, contested 3, rattles in. Monty Joe Hall gives Carson-Newman the lead. Joe Hall with his first make from range in 9 attempts over the last 2 games. 7-6, Carson-Newman in front, 2 minutes and 6 seconds in. Kennedy trying to answer left corner 3. Off the mark, front iron. Joe Hall the rebound, right baseline and running front court. Brennigan, left corner, hesitated on the 3. He's missed his last 10 shots from deep. And that hesitation was there as a result. Brennigan, right around the Dyer screen to the head of the key. Bounce it to Dyer, left lane. Zip it out, Joe Hall, right wing. No hesitation on this triple. Right iron, no good. Martez Brown gobbles up the board, right baseline. LMU in transition. Burry shuffles it over to Quake Kennedy, right wing. Dyer daring him to shoot, he won't. Just 27% from 3 on the season. Rail Splitters shuffle the pack. Rankin between the legs, dribble on Brennigan. Backs it out, chest pass, right wing Kennedy. Into the high post, Walters. Turns, left hand, leaner, got it to go from the middle of the lane. 6 early points on a flawless 3 of 3 shooting from Jordan Walters. LMU retakes the lead. It's 8-7 with 16:55 to go in the first half. Eagles front court. Dyer between the rings, chest pass over to Joe Hall, right wing. Rankin dispossesses him into Lincoln Memorial's bench, and it stays with Carson-Newman. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC. Member owned and service driven. Bridgewater gets it into Joe Hall in the right corner. Lob to Thomas, middle of the lane. Lands one dribble, takes it up, lost the handle on it. Got it back. Thomas twirls around. Light hand, chucks it up, counted off the window, and a foul. The stick-to-itiveness from Bryant Thomas, and he puts a second personal on Martez Brown. Second team foul on Lincoln Memorial. 9-8, Eagles leading the top 10 Splitters. 16:40 to go in the first half. Thomas. An and one free throw to give Carson-Newman a 2-point lead. Bends the knees, flips it up, flips it in. Bryant Thomas with 7 of the Eagles' 10. And Carson-Newman's up by 2. 2 ties, 3 lead changes. Neither team has led by more than 2 in this seesaw battle early. 10-8 Eagles, 16:30 to play first half. Walters goes in on Thomas again. Takes it to the cup, missed the leaner with the right hand. Bridgewater the rebound, and the Eagles bring it left to right. Bryant Thomas stumbles through an LMU defender on the other end. Jordan Guest takes a tumble, and Thomas gets whistled for his first personal and the team's first. So an offensive foul. Thomas rolling through Jordan Guest as Josh Butts checks in for BT. So Butts the first man off the bench for the Eagles. LMU basketball moving right to left with the rock. Guest up top to Rankin, a bounce into the high post. Kennedy, the lead transfer, drives inside on Butts, throws it up to Burry's right wing. Step back 3 over top of Dyer, airballed it. Well short. Jeremiah Samarippis saying, hey, somebody got a piece of that. I can see his reasoning because Mikal Burries is one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and he missed that one by a foot. That's Carson-Newman ball. Leading by 2. Brennigan, right elbow, dribbles into the paint, stops his dribble, got stripped by Kennedy, out of bounds to the far sideline, and it stays with Carson-Newman when we get back. 15:51 to play in the first half. Eagles with the early lead, 10-8 on the 8th-ranked team in the country. Back after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
15:51 to go in the first half. 10-8. The Eagles, an early opening lead on Lincoln Memorial. Carson-Newman 3 of 6 from the field, but 2 offensive rebounds and 5 second chance points. You want a reason for an early Eagle edge? That's it right there. Carson-Newman ball out of the timeout. Eagles looking for the first multi-possession lead for either team. 2 ties, 3 lead changes. Back and forth here early. Bowens has it between the rings, switches it over to Nick Brennigan, left wing. Brennigan dribbles inside, pull up, middle of the lane, right hand, teardrop, won't fall down. Walters scoops it up, left of the lane. Rail splitters in transition. Burries inside, Butts redirects it. And the Eagles pull away left to right. Brennigan, right wing. Thought about the 3, thought better of it. Looks into the right corner for his younger brother Nick. Bounce pass inside, Butts right block. Spins left, turns, right hand, leaner won't fall. Browder taps the rebound to himself, right block. Turns in, gets stripped, Burries out of the fray with the ball. Rail splitters racing front court right to left. Walters downhill, through the right block, lays it in with the right hand off the glass. 10-10 ball game, all square, 15-minute mark first half. Eagles bring it from left to right. Brennigan into the right corner. Browder a triple. Back iron, no. Bowens an offensive rebound. Feeds Browder, cutting right block. Leans into Walters and finishes with the right hand through contact. 12-10. Eagles by 2. 14:40 to play first half. Rail splitters front court. Burries banging inside on Butts. Can't finish. Butts the board right block. Butts up the far sideline to Nick Brennigan. Brennigan right around a Butts screen to the free throw line. Looks out. Nothing there. Bounce inside. Butts left block. Turns. Right hand. Baby hook. Walters rejects it. Guess the board for the Rail splitters. All up the floor. Brennigan pilfers it for the Eagles. Eagles bring it from left to right. Luke Brennigan. Left wing with the rock. Dribbles it into the left corner. Right hand handles to the free throw line. Stops. Hits Browder right wing. Catch 3 on the way. Halfway down and out. Rankin the rebound and racing front court. LMU on the hop. Kennedy, hop step into the lane. Bunny won't fall, whistle, and foul. Charge this to whom? To Nick Brennigan. His first, team second. And the Rail splitters get the ball out of bounds to the right baseline, trailing by 2. All the way into Guest in the right wing. He pulls up for a 3 and splashes it in. Jordan Guest puts LMU back on top by 1, 13-12. 13:50 to play in the first half. Eagles bring it front court. Luke Brennigan in the left corner. Out to Nick Brennigan, head of the key. Brennigan dribbles over to the right wing. Versus left around the Butts screen. Bounce feed inside for Butts is picked off by Rankin. Rankin races front court, looking to extend a 1-point LMU lead. Sells, baseline drive, bounces off to the right baseline for Kennedy. Kennedy hits a cutting Bartima's left block. Bartima's gets underneath the zone and dumps it in. 15-12, largest lead of the day for either team. Rail splitters on top by 3. 13:07 to play in the first half. Eagles bring it front court. Luke Brennigan, right wing. Left around the Butts, screen to the head of the key. Bounce it to Butts, right block. Backs down Guess, right hand, floater, won't fall. Sells rises up to rip down the rebound. Carson-Newman, one of its last 8 from the field. Sells head of the key over to Martinez, right corner, wide open look from deep. Halfway down and out, Butts yanks in the rebound, right baseline for the Eagles. Carson-Newman brings it left to right, down by a triple. Brennigan, head of the key, stops free throw line, pull-up, 15-footer. Luke swirls it home. Luke Brennigan, good from 16 feet. Carson-Newman down by one, 15-14, 12:28 to go in the opening half. LMU brings it from right to left. Guest, left wing, dribbles into the high post, backs down the smaller Nick Brennigan, chucks it up with the right hand, missed that one badly. Bartimaeus had the rebound. His pass out deflected by Bowens. Brennigan grabs it and brings it front court for Carson-Newman. Brennigan to the right wing for the Eagles. Guarded tightly by Sells, scrapes left around the screen to the free throw line, stops his dribble, bounce feet, Butts right block. Butts takes it into Guest, hurls up a shot, it's airballed. Kennedy the rebound. LMU with numbers front court. Bartimaeus, it's a cutting Kennedy down the middle of the lane. Kennedy barrels through Browder, offensive foul. Charge Quay Kennedy with his first and the team's third. Brings us to a break in the action. 11:49 to play in the first half. LMU 15, Carson-Newman 14. Eagles have seen their shooting percentage drop below 30. So Carson-Newman can find its offensive footing. We get back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seed for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside here at historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse. Lincoln Memorial carries a 15-14 lead over Carson-Newman with 11:49 to go in the opening half. Eagle ball out of the break. Down by one. Bridgewater curls to the free throw line. Looks inside, nothing there. Lobs to Dyer left wing. Dyer backs down Bartimaeus, turns into the paint, cut off, up and under move, ducks the shoulder, right hand floater won't fall. Dyer the tap, no. Bridgewater second chance, that won't fall. Sells out of the fray with the rock for the Rail Splitters. LMU on the hop right to left. Pass into the right corner, deflected out of bounds by Dyer, and it stays with Lincoln Memorial. LMU ball. Looking to extend a 1-point lead. Rankin. Three from the right wing. And Elijah Breadwood drains his 6th three of the season. LMU up by 4. The Rail Splitters' biggest lead of the day. Rohall stripped by Rankin on the right wing. LMU on the break. Breadwood down the left side of the lane. Goes in. Dyer meets him at the summit to reject it. Eagles sprint the other way. They don't have numbers. Bridgewater hit in the middle of the lane. Kick out Thomas left point. He wants the transition three. Front iron, no. Dyer called for a shove off underneath on Bartimaeus. First personal on Dyer. Third team foul on the Eagles. Ren Dyer. Strong work on one end with the trailer and the transition block on Breadwood. Then the Eagles can't convert on the other end. Trailing by 4. 10:42 to go in the first half. Rail Splitters bring it from right to left. Rankin at the head of the key. Chest pass into the left corner for Bartimaeus. Bridgewater there. Back up top, Guest. Guest lobs into the paint. Thomas deflects it. Thomas, one-on-one on the break. Rolling to the rim for a two-fisted slam. Bryant Thomas pulls Carson-Newman within 2. 10:15 to go in the first half. 18-16. 8th-ranked LMU up. Redwood down the right side of the lane. Teardrop over. Thomas falls in high off the window. 20-16. Lincoln Memorial by 4. Halfway through the first half. Eagles bring it front court. Zhao, right wing. Back to the basket on Redwood. Gets it out to Dyer, right point. Dyer, spin move to the free throw line. Slip it inside Thomas. Too hot to handle. And Rankin the steal on the right elbow. Rankin into the front court. Crossover move. Into the paint. Kick out. Sells. Right corner. Catch 3. Drills it. Lincoln Memorial is up by 7. A little 5-0 spurt for the Splitters to give them their biggest lead of the day. 23-16 with 9:30 to go in the opening half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Dyer muscles his way down to the right block, spins into the lane, chucks up a shot looking for a foul, doesn't go down off the front iron. Guess the window cleaning. Rail Splitters front court. Bartimez, right corner, transition, 3, snaps the strings off a feed from Sells. 8-0 run for the Rail Splitters. Timeout, Carson-Newman. LMU is up by 10 for the first time tonight. Lincoln Memorial rocking and rolling, getting up and down in transition, and drilling threes. Carson-Newman has not had an answer for this 8-0 run after Bryant Thomas's block. And Carson-Newman find its footing. .10 to go in the first half. Lincoln Memorial has rattled off an 8-0 run to take a 10-point lead at 26-16. Eagles in search of answer points. Bridgewater, left wing with the rock. Hits Zhao at the head of the key, right around a Dyer's screen. Gets it right corner for Luke Brennigan. Brennigan, left around a Thomas screen to the free throw line. Zip it, Bridgewater, left corner, catch 3. Air ball it long. Thomas saves in the rebound, but to Quay Kennedy for LMU. Rail Splitters race front court. Bredwood. Zip it into the left corner for Kennedy. Back out to Bredwood, left wing. Rail Splitters have scored 10 in a row. Bredwood out to the right wing for Bartimez. He thought about the 3. Instead, into the high post, Walters. Didn't catch it. Dyer the steal. Left of the lane. Dyer into the front court. Crossover move, right baseline. Hop step, right block. Chucks up a leaner. Won't fall down. Looking for the foul. Bartimez the board. Rail Splitters front court. Sells left wing, the intended target for a pass that Bridgewater deflects into the bench. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Kennedy, left baseline, drives inside, flips up a shot with English off the window, and he scores that past Thomas. 10-0 run for the Rail Splitters to grab a 12-point lead. 28-16 at the 8-minute mark first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bridgewater, right elbow. Yo-yos the ball on Sells. Loops it down to Dyer, left block. Back out Brennigan, head of the key. Brennigan moving inside on Kennedy. He cuts him off. Backs it out to the head of the key. Brennigan, 7 and 6 to shoot. Goes Dyer, head of the key. 5 and 4. Dyer down the left side of the lane. Gets to the basket and now draws a foul. Ren Dyer fouled by Luke Bartimez with the leg sweep, his first, team's 4th. Brings us to a break in the action. 7:38 to play in the first half. Lincoln Memorial, a 10-0 run to grab a 12-point lead. They're up 28-16 with 7:38 to go in the first half. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
28-16, Lincoln Memorial leads Carson-Newman with 7:38 to go in the first half. Eagles just 26% from the field, while the Rail Splitters white hot at 60%, including 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. And Dyer's at the free throw line, and he calmly knocks down a free throw. Give Carson-Newman its first points in 3 minutes. One more free throw for Ren Dyer to pull as he pulls the Eagles within 9, make it 8. As Dyer goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line to pump the brakes on the 10-0 LMU run and get the game down to 10. 28-18 Rail Splitters, the 8th ranked team in the country. They've got the lead in the ball with 7:30 to play in the first half. Rankin over to Sells, drop it off Walters' left baseline. Walters back to the basket as he backs down Butts. Turns in, right hand, shot rejected by Butts. Browder, the loose ball rebound on the left baseline. The chest pass up the right sideline to Luke Brennigan, and the Eagles bring it front court. Brennigan at the free throw line. Bounce feed, Butts cutting right block, turns, shoots, right hand, can't get it to fall over Guest. Walters gobbles up the rebound. The Rail Splitters push it from right to left. Sells, pull up 3, left wing won't go, back of the 10. Brennigan, the board left elbow. Eagles into the front court. Brennigan accelerating right of the lane. Stops, bounces. Butts out of the key. Chest pass over to Nick Brennigan, left wing. Right around the Butts screen. Left around the Butts screen. Dribbles through traffic into the lane. Backs it up to his older brother Luke, right wing. Back to Nick, right corner. Drop it off Bowen's right block. Bowen's into the lane. Shot up over Guest. Missed it from 8 off the back iron. Rankin rises for the rebound right block for the Splitters. Lobs to Kennedy, right block. Lands and dribbles out. He's a cutting Walters, middle of the lane, knocks over Butts and lays it in. Jordan Walters going to work. He's the first player for either side in the double figures with 10 points. 30-18, Rail Splitters match their biggest lead with 6:08 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Brennigan loses it out of bounds along the right baseline, but it was last touched by Rankin. Browder will trigger from the right baseline. Goes to Nick Brennigan, right corner. Shuffle up top. Luke Brennigan head of the key. He points with his right hand. Right around the butt screen. Chest pass Nick Brennigan, right corner. Feeds Luke at the head of the key. Catch 3 on the way. Back iron no. Browder an offensive rebound. Takes it back in and draws a foul. Missed the shot with the right hand, but he's fouled by Jordan Guest. First personal on Guest, 15 foul on Lincoln Memorial. Hey, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Jack Browder to the line. Trying to chip into this 12-point deficit, and he misses the first free throw long. Off the heel. Browder 15 of 24. From the line now on the season. He sees his shooting percentage from the stripe drop below 65. Second free throw. That one rattles home, and it's an 11-point game. 30-19 Rail Splitters. 5:51 to play in the first half. Lincoln Memorial right to left with the basketball. Guest has it head of the key. Over to Walters, left wing. Dribbles inside on Thomas. Now backs him down. Spins left. Lays it up. Over top of Thomas's outstretched right hand. Finds the bottom of the barrel off the backboard. 32-19, 12 points for Jordan Walters. LMU has its biggest lead at 13. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bowen's left block. Dribbles underneath the basket and turns it over off his foot out of bounds. Turnover number 5 for Carson-Newman. Ball back to the Rail Splitters with a 13-point lead. LMU onto the offensive end. Walters goes inside on Thomas again. Kick out Quake Kennedy. He hoists up a three and buries it. Quake Kennedy, just his 13th three of the season, the 27% shooter, drains a triple to give Lincoln Memorial a 16-point lead. 35-19 with 4:55 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Nick Brennigan at the free throw line. It's it to the left elbow for Bowens. High-low lob, Thomas right block. Lands, gets stripped from behind by Chase Rankin. Rankin off to the races. Up the right sideline, buries, hits Kennedy cutting right baseline, leans in, can't hit the runner, but he draws a foul. Charge this to whom? To Jack Browder. His first, team fourth. And 2 free throws for the Rail Splitters as a result. Quality Suites of Morristown is the preferred hotel choice of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located just 10 miles from campus. Quality Suites of Morristown is the perfect place to stay when you're traveling to watch the Eagles play. Call 423-585-4000 and ask for the Carson-Newman rate. Discount only available when you call 423-585-4000. First free throw good for Quake Kennedy. He gets one more. And a chance to put the Splitters up by 18. Kennedy, smooth as silk, knocks that one down. 18-point lead for Lincoln Memorial, 37-19, with 4:33 to go in the opening stanza. Eagles onto the offensive end. Dyer up top, Thomas over to Brennigan left wing. Brennigan points, feeds Browder head of the key. Browder spins around to the free throw line, dribbles down to the left block, gets past Gaston, lays it in. Strong take for Jack Browder. Eagles down 16, 37-21. 4:10 to play in the first half. Rail Splitters the other way. Kennedy has his shot blocked. Rankin grabs the offensive board and leans left from the left block and lays it in off the window. 39-21, back to an 18-point lead for the Rail Splitters. 3:55 to go opening half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Browder, left elbow. Backs it up to the wing and bounces to the left block. Dyer. Dyer muscling in on Walters, turns, right hand, hook, won't fall. Rankin rises up among the trees to pull in the rebound. Rankin sprinting front court. Euros to the right block, airballs the layup. Thomas the board, left block for the Eagles. Carson-Newman on the hop, left to right, trailing by 18. Brennigan accelerating to the right baseline, points to a spot for Thomas to go to. Brennigan bounces to him, right block. Backs down, Guest, turns into the lane. Shot with the right hand, short front of the 10. Kennedy, the rebound. And he will walk it over the timeline left side for Lincoln Memorial with an 18-point lead in hand. Off to the right wing, Walters. Walters spins, gets to the cup, left the layup short with the left hand. Brennigan the rebound in the middle of the lane. Up the right sideline to Jack Browder, and the Eagles bring it front court, trailing by 18. A 10-0 LMU run created separation here in the first half. Dyer, left of the lane, back to the basket on Walters. Spins left, gets to the left block, right hand, shot will not fall. Walters seizes the rebound. Rail Splitters push it right to left. Kennedy, wide open three, left wing. Eagles dare him to take it. He will, missed it, buries an offensive board. Second chance for LMU. 2.5 minutes to play first half. Rail Splitters 39 and Carson-Newman 21. Left wing, Burries slips it. Kennedy left corner, lost the handle on it, 3 to shoot. Kennedy 2 and 1, going to take the shot clock violation. Brings us to our final break of the first half. Lincoln Memorial in charge. The 8th ranked team in the country has a 39-21 lead on Carson-Newman. Eagles trying to close the first half strong when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
2:13 to go in the first half, 39-21. Rail Splitters have the lead on Carson-Newman. Eagles ball out of the break. Carson-Newman just shooting 23% from the field compared to 53% for LMU. Brennigan, right point, right around a Dyer screen to the right corner. Feeds Dyer at the right elbow. Zip it down to Browder, right block. Leans in, hits it with the right hand. Count it, plus a foul on Burries. Good ball movement by Eagles. The Eagles, Carson-Newman executed that well. The first personal on Burries and a sixth team foul on the Rail Splitters. 39-23, Eagles down 16 with $1:57 to go in the first half. Browder, 1 for 2 at the line today. Smooth as silk, he shreds the strings on the and one free throw. 39-24, Eagles down 15, 1:52 to go in the first half. Rail Splitters onto the offensive end. Rankin. Left hand dribbles to the left point. Over to the right point for Bartimas. 10 to shoot. Gets it to Guest right wing. Flip it back to Bartimas, head of the key. Pump fakes the three. Dribbles into the left block. Kicks it out. Kennedy. 3 and 2. Kennedy driving inside. Curls up a layup. It was off the underside of the back, the rim, pardon me. But before that, a whistle and a foul on Bryant Thomas. So he's charged with his second and the team's fifth. As a result, BT in foul trouble off of a nickel dimer. And Quay Kennedy to the line where he knocks it down 80% of the time. Kennedy spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, and shorts it off the front iron. And at 27 to play first half. Eagles shooting not great, 23% from the field. Meanwhile, Lincoln Memorial has fired away better than 53%. Second free throw for Kennedy. Knocks that one down, nothing but cords. 40-24, LMU by 16. And at 25 to go in the opening half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Dyer, right wing with the ball. Flips Browder head of the key. Browder behind the back dribble, lost the handle on it. Walters the steal, now he loses it to Dyer. Dyer zips it to Joe Hall, cutting left block. Joe Hall misses the leaner, but a whistle and a foul on whom? On Jordan Guest, and that's his second personal, and the team's seventh. So Monty Joe Hall to the line, looking to get Carson-Newman within 14. Calmly buries the first free throw. Second free throw. That's in as well. Eagles down 14, 40-26 with 65 seconds left in the first half. LMU onto the offensive end. High post Walters. Spins around to the head of the key. Hands off Sells. Sells, bounce feed Walters, cutting inside, reverse layup. Got it with the left hand off the window. 14 first half points for Jordan Walters on 7 of 10 shooting. 42-26, lead back to 16 for LMU. Eagles the other way. Brennigan, right wing, curls to the free throw line, stops, pivots, passes. Joe Hall head of the key. 35 to play, 14 to shoot here in the first half. Dyer dribbles down the left side of the lane, turns, right hand won't fall, butts an offensive rebound. He takes it back up, and Walters fouls him. So charge Jordan Walters with his first personal. Team's 8th. And Chuck Benson, no, pardon me, Jeremiah Samarippis, LMU head coach. No, strike that. I was right the first time. Chuck calls for time. No, 24.6 seconds left in the first half. And Carson-Newman trails Lincoln Memorial 42-26. Hey, Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeandeagles.com. It features more than 1,100 products, from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeandeagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. .6 seconds left first half, 42-26. Rail Splitters leading, and now Josh Butts at the line, shooting 2. Butts 7 of 11 at the line on the season. Bends his knees, the southpaw sends the first one up and through. Butts pulls Carson-Newman within 15, 42-27. Eagles have trailed by as many as 18 in this first half. That was after a 10-0 LMU run. Second free throw. Butts rainbows home. Eagles down 14, 42-28 with 23 ticks left. Rail Splitters can play for the final shot of the period. Rankin off to the left wing for Quay Kennedy. Back over to Rankin right wing. Back to Kennedy into the high post. Walters takes it down to the right block. Can't hit the leaner with the right hand, but he's fouled. Charge that to Ren Dyer from behind. That's Dyer's second. Team 6th. And 2 free throws for Jordan Walters. Big man shoots it at 73% on the season. First free throw for Walters swirls home. And he's got 15 first half points. Back to a 15-point lead for LMU. Game was tight early. 3 ties, 5 lead changes. Neither team led by more than 3 for the game's first 8 minutes, where LMU used that 10-0 run to get some separation. Walters makes both. It's a 16-point lead. Eagles for the final shot with 4 seconds left. Brennigan, right wing. Drops it off Butts. Kick out, right corner. Joe Hall, triple, airball. And that is how the first half comes to a close. Lincoln Memorial leads it 44-28 at the halftime break. Rail Splitters shoot the ball well, 55% from the field in the opening half and 5 of 10 from beyond the arc, while the Eagles just 8 of 33. That's 24%, en route to trailing by 16 at the halftime break. ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. Eagles, AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, ShopCNEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopCNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNEagles.com.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Robinson racing to the rim, and Thomas obliterates it out of bounds on the dunk attempt.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, halftime in Holt Fieldhouse, where Lincoln Memorial has leapt out to a 44-28 halftime lead. LMU shooting the ball exceptionally well, 55% from the field, compared to Carson-Newman, who goes 8 of 23 from the field and 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. And unfortunately, February starting out rather similarly to how January went for Carson-Newman. Eagles struggling to score at 1 of 8 from beyond the arc and 24% from the field, while Lincoln Memorial humming along to the tune of 55% shooting, including a 5 of 10 mark from beyond the arc. Eagles had offensive rebounds early and 7 early second chance points, but just 3 for the remainder over about the final 10 minutes or so of the first half. Eagles doing some things that lead to winning basketball, but unfortunately the story much the same as it was for the month of January, struggling to make shots at times. 24% from the field. Lincoln Memorial, 16 points from Jordan Walters, 10 from Quay Kennedy, while Bryant Thomas has 9 to pace Carson-Newman, to go along with 8 from Jack Browder, as Lincoln Memorial leads it by 16 at the halftime break. ShopCNEagles.com halftime report rolls on after these messages with a look at the sack scoreboard after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagles student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now, back to the arena.
44-28, Lincoln Memorial leads Carson-Newman at the halftime break. Rail Splitters, 8th-ranked team in the country, looking to sweep the season series with Carson-Newman. And in the South Atlantic Conference, there are some interesting scores over in Pioneer Arena. Emory and Henry has opened up a 45-31 lead on Tusculum. The Wasps, 49% from the field in the first half, including 5 of 9 from beyond the arc. 10 different players have scored for Emory and Henry to pave the way to a 14-point halftime lead. Not helping, 7 turnovers each way. Tusculum doesn't have a point off of a turnover. It's some really interesting scores. You go to the Piedmont Division. Coker up by 2 in Hartsville, 48-46 on Wingate, 90 seconds in to the second half. Really high-octane offense in that one. Coker 63% from the field compared to 58% for Wingate. Xavier Meismer has 14 points on perfect 5 of 5 shooting to pace the Cobras. Jaron Cottingham has 12 on a 5 of 11 effort from the field. Anderson, resurgent Anderson, has a 37-32 lead at the half on Newberry. The Trojans, 57% from the field and 5 of 9 from beyond the arc. Miles Jenkins and Jackson Greco both have 9, while Malik Joseph paces Newberry with 14. Low-scoring affair over in Hickory, where Lenore Ryan has a 31-29 lead on Limestone. L.J. McCoy has canned 4 or 5 triples and has 16 first-half points, while Limestone, nobody has more than 6. That's Zeb Graham. The Saints just shooting 37% from the field. Hottest team in the league right now, arguably UVA-wise, playing with oodles of confidence and good night. 55-27 on Mars Hill with 18:22 to go in the second half. 70% shooting from UVA-wise. Bradley Dean having a player of the year-like season. 22 points, he's 8 of 10 from the field, and a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. Cavs are 11 of 15 from deep en route to a 28-point lead over Mars Hill. Halftime in Holt. Carson-Newman finds itself down 44-28 to Lincoln Memorial. And the Eagles pull out their first double-digit comeback of the season against a top 10 team. Second half action heads your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeandeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of key. Pull up three. On the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Just like no two people are the same, no 2 days are the same. We start them and end them at different times. And in between, we all do very different things. Yet there is something we all have in common. Knowing your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is here to power every moment of every day. Because no matter when it starts, we never stop.
Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek.
Halftime in Holt coming to a close as Lincoln Memorial leads Carson-Newman 44-28. The Eagles trying to pull off one of the all-time great comebacks, but it'll take a far better effort offensively against a Lincoln Memorial team that's the only team in the country who's top 10 in both offensive and defensive efficiency this season. Skip Roberts is our producer back inside of our network studios in Sevierville. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. You're on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier sitting courtside here in Holt Fieldhouse. Our fantastic Eagles Sports Network crew, happy to have you alongside. Our camera operators, Rick Gentahome, Mia Toribio, Molly Buckowitz, playing triple duty. He ran scoreboard at softball for a doubleheader there, and now into game 3 of the day, Max Bryant on our baseline camera. Gary LaPrairie, our director tonight, started the day on camera baseball, a win over Mars Hill 14-7. And now he's directed 2 games, Ian Johnson on replay, making these fantastic pictures happen for you here on the Eagle Sports Network. Carson-Newman trying to find its footing against a top 10 team. Eagles have been mired in the doldrums here in 2023. Just 1 win since the calendar year turned over after a 10-2 start, which was tied for the second best in Chuck Benson's tenure as head coach. Dyer, Thomas, Brennigan, Joe Hall, and Bridgewater on the floor for Carson-Newman. It's LMU ball out of the break with Kennedy, Brown, Walters, Burries, and Rankin. Rankin dribbles the ball front court for LMU. Flips it to Walters at the right elbow. Backs it out. Kennedy head of the key. Bounce feed down to Walters, right block. Back to the basket on Dyer. Turns and hits Kennedy up top. Kennedy fires the triple. He rainbows that one in.
Quake Kennedy came in shooting just 27% from beyond the arc, and he has buried a pair of threes tonight to put the Rail Splitters up by 19. Their biggest lead of the day, 47-28, 35 seconds into the second half. Eagles with it front court. Brennigan, left wing, holds the ball against Kennedy. Right hand dribbles to the head of the key. Drop it off for Dyer, left block. Back it out, Brennigan, left wing. Brennigan cuts inside, shoots over top of Walters. Tough shot. Got it to go from 15 from inside the left wing. Luke Brennigan has 4 points. Eagles are down 17, 47-30. And a pass from Walters at the head of the key. That was into Jeremiah Samarippis' lap. A turnover for LMU is the Rail Splitters' 8th of the day. Eagles bring it from right to left. Bridgewater, left wing. Right hand dribbles to the free throw line, tosses up a shot, clanks it off the right iron. Martez Brown the rebound, and the Rail Splitters running front court. Rankin, left corner. Pulls it inside, gets it to Walters, left block, leans into Thomas, and gets the roll around the rim. 18 points from Jordan Walters on 8 of 11 shooting. 49-30. Clock had stopped. And they say roll the clock down a couple of seconds. And put 28 on the shot clock. Dyer over the timeline, left side for Carson-Newman. It's over to Brennigan, left wing. Right around the Dyer screen to the head of the key. Stops and passes Joe Hall, right corner. Joe Hall. Bounce feed inside, Thomas stripped. Rankin tied up with Thomas. Jump ball, possession arrow. Should keep it with Carson-Newman. Arrow did not flip after halftime, so it should be Carson-Newman ball. It is Carson-Newman ball because the arrow didn't flip after halftime. And they say put 12 on the shot clock. I think they misheard, and it was 20. That's what went on. Now they put 12 on, and we're all square. Bridgewater lobs into Dyer, right baseline. Dyer. 2 right-hand dribbles, kicks it out to Joe Hall, right wing for a 3. Joe Hall can't connect front iron. Loose ball to Martez Brown. He tries to save it in, and it's Carson-Newman ball. So, Eagles trigger into Luke Brennigan at the head of the key. 2 passes over to Joe Hall in the right corner. Baseline drive, fades from 15. Tough shot from Monty, and he connects. 7 points from Monty Joe Hall, 49-32. Eagles down 17. Rail Splitters the other way. Rankin can't hit the teardrop middle of the lane. Brown taps the rebound out of bounds off the right block, and it's Carson-Newman ball. Eagles have outscored the Rail Splitters here in the second half, albeit by only 1. Brennigan pull up free throw line, Jay. Luke converts from 16. 6 points for Luke Brennigan on 3 of 4 shooting. Eagles are down by 15. 49-34. 17:22 to go in the second half. Rail Splitters front court. Left wing, Rankin. Jab step right foot. Backs it out to the right wing for Kennedy. Kennedy curls inside, gets to the cup and gets fouled. Wynn Dyer with the harm. That's his 3rd. And the first on the Eagles of the half. So send Quake Kennedy to the line to shoot 2. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting sources. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. First free throw bounces off right side for Quake Kennedy. Rare miss for the 80% free throw shooter. Second free throw for Kennedy. Front iron, backboard down through the hole. 50-34, Rail Splitters by 16. 7:03 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Brennigan, left block, kick out into the left corner, intercepted by Burries. Up the right sideline to Kennedy, who pumps the brakes right wing. Bounce feed to Burries, head of the key. Feeds left wing for Rankin, back to Burries, right wing. Burries looks inside, nothing there. Instead drops it off head of the key for Brown. Switch it around to the left corner. Walters a three. Back iron, no. Brown an offensive board. Second chance for the Rail Splitters. Rankin, left wing with the rock. Curls inside, gets to the right block, heaves it up and gets fouled. Charge the harm to Monty Johal, his first and the team's second. So Rankin wasn't in the act of shooting. So him inbound to the right wing for Jordan Walters. Back to Rankin, left wing. Rankin right around the screen, feeds Burries right wing for a triple. Burries off the mark left iron. Bridgewater the rebound and racing front court. Caleb slaloming down the right side of the lane. Backs it out, Brennigan right wing. Eagles settle into the half court. Thomas, head of the key. Hands off Brennigan. Curling left elbow. Drop it off Dyer left block. Dyer turns into the lane, stumbles and draws a foul. Rennet Dyer puts a third personal on Martez Brown. So those two having to play through foul trouble. At least that's what I presume. And that indeed is the case. Third on Brown. First on the Rail Splitters. Well, this is a really good officiating crew. Three young guys, James Gibson, Grant Tyler, and Josh Nicely, all three of whom are crew chief quality. Shot clock at 20 as Dyer spins in, gets to the cup. Missed the first, got the second with the right hand. Dyer follows his own shot and has his first make from the field. 50-36, Eagles down 14 with 5:50 to play in the second half. Rail Splitters onto the offensive end. Right wing Kennedy, baseline drive, nothing there. Back it out, Rankin head of the key. Rankin down the right side of the lane. Passes out Kennedy right wing, 10 to shoot. Kennedy, underhand shovel, Burries. Thought about the step back, instead throws it away. Deflects off Quay Kennedy and out of bounds to the far sideline. Turnover number 9 for LMU. Carson-Newman ball. 15:31 to play in the second half. Rail Splitters 50. Carson-Newman 36. Rail Splitters haven't made a shot from the field in over 3 minutes. Eagles have started 4 of 7 from the field in the second half. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeaneagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeaneagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeaneagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
15:31 to go in the second half. Lincoln Memorial holds a 50-36 lead over Carson-Newman, but the Rail Splitters haven't made a shot from the field in the last 3 minutes. They've got some free throws in the mix. Eagles trying to make some inroads into the deficit. Thomas twirls around, right hand, leans in, connects on Martez Brown. Count it, and a foul. Strong take for Bryant Thomas, and that's a fourth personal on Martez Brown, second team foul on LMU. Eagles, all of a sudden, after trailing by 19, have crept within 12. Made 4 of their last 5 shots. Thomas, the first Eagle, into double figures with 11. Give him 12 as he converts the free throw. 50-39, Eagles down 11. 15-15 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman looking for another stop. Rankin off to Kennedy, right wing. Kennedy feeds Sells in the right corner. Around the horn it goes Guest for Rankin left corner. Rankin open for three. Airballed it well strong. Browder has to save in the rebound to Monty Joe Hall, and the Eagles push tempo right to left, trailing by 11. Joe Hall down the right baseline. Gets to the cup all the way in and floats in off the window with the left hand. 9 for Monty. That's the Eagles' deficit. Walters onto the other end. Backs it out. Kennedy head of the key. Kennedy down to the left block. Lays it up. Thomas meets him at the summit and sends it out of bounds. 11-1 run for Carson-Newman over the last 3 minutes to get within 9. Stays with LMU with 19 to shoot. Left wing, Guest to three. Back iron, no. Brennigan the rebound at the free throw line. Brennigan over the timeline, center court, feeds Dyer left wing. Dyer back to Brennigan left corner. Baseline drive on Kennedy. Backs it out to the left wing. 50-41, LMU the lead. 14-15 to go second half. Dyer left of the lane. Moves inside on Walters. Up and under move. Right hand leaner won't fall. Whistle, foul, battling for the rebound. It's on Jordan Walters. His second, team's third. Actually, strike that. They call that on the shot. So Dyer to the line for two free throws. Dyer, first foul shot, rattles home. 5 points for Ren Dyer. Eagles down by 8. Either an 8-0 or 12-1 run for Carson-Newman. Second free throw, short front iron. Lead holds at 8 for Lincoln Memorial, 50-42 with 14:03 to go in the second half. Rail Splitters with it front court. Right wing Sells. Leaps and hits Kennedy, middle of the lane, drives in on Dyer and connects at the cup. Stops a 3-minute LMU scoring drought, puts them up 10. 52-42 with 13:47 to go in the second half. Eagles front court. Dyer driving the left side of the lane, all the way inside on Walters, and Walters rejects him. Rail Splitters with the rebound, running front court. Rankin, bounce feed to the right block, lost the handle on it, did Walters. Browder controls for Carson-Newman. Eagles bring it right to left. Joe Hall, right wing with the rock, curls to the head of the key. Stops, nothing there, backs it out, Browder right point. Lob down to Thomas, right baseline. Thomas turns in on Guest, cut off. Turn right, chuck it up, air ball. Browder touches it out to Joe Hall. Second chance, 7 to shoot. Brennigan over to Dyer, kick out Joe Hall. Right wing, catch three. Left iron, no. Collision on the rebound, no whistle. Sells out of the fray with the basketball. Sells up the right side, weaves front court. All the way to the cup, leans in and runs to the rim to finish with the left hand off the glass. 5 points for Matthew Sells, back to a 12-point lead for LMU after the Eagles cut it to 8. 54-42, 12:42 to go in the second half. Eagles the other way. Dyer chucks up a right wing three. That's off the mark front iron. Rankin the rebound. Rankin slaloms front court. Lob for Kennedy. It was behind him. Doesn't matter. Joe Hall collides with him. Whistle on a foul. Second on Monty. Third on Carson-Newman. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. First free throw for Quake Kennedy is in, nothing but strings. 5 straight for the Rail Splitters to stretch it back to 13 after the Eagles got it down to 8 with that 3-minute LMU scoring drought on a 12-1 Carson-Newman run. Since then, the Eagles have missed their last 4 shots after starting the half 6 of 9 from the field. Second free throw for Kennedy. This to give LMU a 6-0 run. And he does. Front iron, backboard down through the hole. 6-0 burst for LMU. 56-42, Rail Splitters. 12:25 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bowen stripped, and he's fouled by Quake Kennedy with the reach on the perimeter. Second personal on Kennedy. 4th team foul on LMU. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Bowens between the rings. Right hand dribbles over to the wing. Back out Browder, head of the key. Catch triple. Browder bangs it in. Jack Browder stops a 6-0 LMU run. Pulls Carson-Newman within 11. 56-45 with 12:07 to go. On the other end, Sells right corner connects from deep. Second made three for Matthew Sells. Back to a 14-point LMU lead. 59-45, 11:55 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Bowens outside for Brennigan. Over to the left point for Luke Brennigan. Bounce feed, butts out of the key. Hands off Nick Brennigan. Curling to the left elbow. Drop it off Bowens' left block. Turns, right hand, hook. Missed it. Loose ball. Picked up by Rankin, left block. Rankin into the front court. Weaves his way through the middle of the lane. Stops, right block. Backs it out. Guest between the rings. Red pass, Sells left wing. Sells leaps and lobs. Guest at the free throw line. One dribble back to the basket on Butts. Turns around, right hand. Floats it up and in off the window. High difficulty. Leaning right for Jordan Guest. Back to a 16-point lead for LMU. That was the halftime edge after the Eagles got it down to 8. 11:07 to play in the second half. Jack Browder, left corner. Finds Bowens at the free throw line. Dribbles down to the left block, muscles up a right-hand shot, airballed. Guest has the rebound, falling down. He walks. Carson-Newman ball brings us to a break in the action. 10:57 to play second half. LMU 61, Carson-Newman 45. Teams have been even in the second half. Eagles got it down to 8 with a 12-1 run, but the Rail Splitters have pushed it back out to 16 with a 6-0 burst. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
10:57 to go in the second half. Lincoln Memorial holds a 61-45 lead. Here with 10:57 to go. And the 217th meeting between these two schools. Eagles have it on the air offensive end out of the timeout. Dyer, right of the lane, backs it up to Brennigan, head of the key. Over to Dyer, feeds Thomas, cutting right block. Blocked from behind by Guest. Ball's loose, and Browder taps it up and in. What a lucky basket for Jack Browder. I think he was just trying to tip it into the air to keep it alive, but it finds the bottom of the barrel to pull Carson-Newman within 14. Rail Splitters with it front court. Fading middle of the lane. Kennedy can't connect over the sack logo, 6 feet out. Browder the rebound, and the Eagles bring it front court. Browder, left corner. Dribbles inside. And a whistle and a foul on Matthew Sells, his first. Team's 5th. Jordan Guest exits. Jordan Walters enters for LMU. So we got Bartimez, Sells, Walters, Kennedy, and Rankin on the floor for Lincoln Memorial. Eagles down 14 with 10:15 to go in the second half. Dyer flips it, Browder head of the key. Quick trigger three, left iron no good. Dyer scrapping for the rebound. Bartimez has it, turns it over to Thomas. Hits Nick Brennigan right wing, up top Luke Brennigan. Heaves up a three, back iron no. Thomas tips the rebound up, but Rankin takes it away for his 8th board on the right wing. Rankin front court, zips it inside Kennedy. Reverse layup, shoves it in off the window. 20 for Quay Kennedy. Chase Rankin has his 6th assist. Rail Splitters up by 16. Eagles onto the offensive end. Luke Brennigan, left wing three, halfway down and out. Rebound tipped up, taken by Thomas, as he's grabbed and dragged to the floor by Luke Bartimez. So Bartimes gets called for his second. The team's sixth. Eagles shooting free throws the rest of the way. It's Carson-Newman ball out of bounds to the far sideline. Well, the Eagles started the period 6 of 9 from the field. Since then, 2 of 12 and one of their last 7. After cutting it to 8, LMU has stretched it back to 16. That was the halftime lead. Luke Brennigan, head of the key. Left around to Dyer, screen to the left elbow. Pull up 15-footer. Luke splashes it in. 8 for Luke Brennigan on 4 of 7 shooting. 63-49, Eagles down 14 with 9:13 to go in the second half. Does Carson-Newman have a run in him? Rankin down the right side of the lane, backs it out, Sells head of the key, back to Rankin right wing. Chase Rankin accelerates on Thomas, kicks it into the left corner, a Kennedy triple. Kennedy connects. Quay Kennedy had hit 12 threes in 20 games all season, less than a 3 a contest. He's buried 3 tonight on 5 attempts, pardon me. 66-49, back to a 17-point lead for the Splitters. Thomas turns in the middle of the lane, chucks up a shot with the right hand, missed it off the left side of the backboard, nothing else. Kennedy corrals the rebound in the left corner. Rail Splitters onto the offensive end. Been a quiet 23 points for Quay Kennedy to go along with 4 boards and 6 assists. He's got the ball, right point. Off Walters, head of the key, back to Kennedy. Heat check 3 for Kennedy. Left iron, no. Browder chases down the rebound on the right wing. Brings it front court over the timeline and sets up shop on the left wing. Eagles down 17 with 8:08 to go in the second half. Thomas, right hand, dribbles, hands off, Brennigan right wing. Brennigan accelerates to the right baseline. Muscles his way up, leans in, hits it with the left hand off the window, and Chuck Benson calls for time. 7:57 to go in the second half. Lincoln Memorial 66, Carson-Newman 51. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
7:57 to go in the second half, 66-51. Lincoln Memorial holds a 15-point lead over Carson-Newman. Rail Splitters a swell in the first half when Lincoln Memorial rattled off a 10-0 and 9-2 run over a 6-minute span. Outscored the Eagles 19-3 over that stretch to open up a big lead. Kind of a repeat of the meeting in Harrogate. Guest bowls over Bryant Thomas on the other end and gets called for a charge. Third personal on Jordan Guest. 7th team foul on Lincoln Memorial. Carson-Newman basketball after the Rail Splitters' 12th turnover when we come back. 7:43 to go in the second half. Lincoln Memorial up 15, 66-51. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
7:43 to go in the second half. 66-51. Lincoln Memorial leads. Carson-Newman Rail Splitters have shot 53% from the field and knocked down 8 of 18 threes, while Carson-Newman just 31.6% in this game. Eagles with the ball on their offensive end out of the break. Thomas driving, dishing, Zhao right corner, steps left, open three. Zhao cans it. John Zhao off the bench pulls Carson-Newman within 12. 66-54 with 7:20 to go in the second half. Rail Splitters work at front court. Rankin. Between the rings goes to Guest. Guest pump fakes the three, instead hands off Matthew Sells, accelerates down the middle of the lane. Finger roll up, redirected by Thomas. Brennigan the rebound, can cut it single digits with a three this trip. Left corner, Browder, catch and shoot. Off the mark. Thomas had the rebound, but he taps it to Guest, who has his fourth collected carom. Rail Splitters onto the offensive end. Guest down the left side of the lane, twirls, and it's Rankin between the rings. Rankin, left hand, accelerates the cup, high up. Thomas redirect it. Guest offensive board. He takes it back up and gets fouled. Charge this to whom? John Zhao. His first, team's fourth. 2 free throws for Jordan Guest. Bryant Thomas is having himself a day as Guest converts the first free throw. Back to a 13-point lead. Thomas with 3 blocks on the day. And Guest goes 2 for 2. So Carson-Newman with the basketball, moving from right to left. Brennigan turns and hits Thomas right block. He turns, right hand, hook, strong, barely grazes the left side of the rim. Walters the rebound. Gets it to Breadwood, who's fouled by Jack Browder in transition. Second personal on Browder, 15 foul on the Eagles. LMU's Rankin inbounds to Guest right block. Twists in, right hand hook, hits that one over top of Thomas. Guest with 9. Lead back to 16 for LMU. That's the halftime margin. Both teams have scored 26 in the second half. Eagles front court. Browder, left wing. Right hand dribbles to the free throw line. Takes it down to the right block. Curls around Thomas. All the way to the cup. And misses the bunny with the right hand. Guest boxes out the shooter, Browder. He gets the Rail Splitters front court. Walters running the middle of the lane. He hits the two-handed bunny in transition. 72-54, Lincoln Memorial by 18. One off the biggest lead of the day for the Splitters. 5:35 to go second half. Eagles front court. Brennigan, right block. Turns and hits Browder in the right corner. Over to the right wing, John Zhao. Left around to Dyer's screen, gives to Dyer in the right corner. Dyer muscles his way inside, forces up a shot with the right hand. High off the window, and a whistle and a foul, battling for the rebound, goes on Dyer. His fourth personal, team 6. All back to the Rail Splitters. Dyer and Nick Brennigan exit. Josh Butts and Tyler Bowens enter. So you got Zhao, Luke Brennigan, Browder, Butts, and Bowens. 72-54. Lincoln Memorial, the lead. Rankin down to the right block. He stretches it to 20 for the first time tonight. 74-54 with 5:04 to play in the second half. He goes on to the offensive end. Right wing, John Zhao. Curls through the middle of the lane, stops, right hand, baby hook, won't fall, whistle, foul. Scrum for the rebound. Who's this on? Carson-Newman. Charge it to whom? Forced the foul to Josh Butts, his first, team 7th, so march 75 feet the other way for a 1-and-1. And he knocks down the first. One more free throw for Jordan Guest. And Guest calmly sinks that one. 76-54. LMU up by 22. Largest deficit that Carson-Newman has faced this season. Browder baseline drive, turns in, can't get the bunny to fall. Bowens an offensive rebound, leans back and hits it off the window. Good stick-to-itiveness from Tyler Bowens. Eagles down 20, 76-56 with 4:28 to go in the second half. LMU onto the offensive end. Guest. Kick out Kennedy, right corner. Drop it off Walters, right block. Turns into the lane. Left-hand hook, won't go. Loose ball, kicked out Rankin, left corner. Rankin feeds Walters running the middle of the lane. Takes it in, counted off the window, plus a foul as the shot clock expires. 20 for Jordan Walters. And the foul goes on Jack Browder. His third, the team's 8th. LMU matches its biggest lead of the day at 22. 78-56 with 4:05 to go in the second half. Walters for the and one free throw. He strokes that one, and LMU has Carson-Newman down by its largest deficit of the season. 79-56 with 4 minutes on the button left in the second half. Bowens tries to bounce it inside, but Guest steps in front of it. 10th Eagle turnover. Rail splitters onto the offensive end. Walters lobs inside for Rankin, stripped by Bowens, collected by Butts, middle of the lane. Renigan works his way front court. Feeds Browder, left wing, catch 3. Browder knocks it down. 16 points for Jack Browder. 2 off his career high, and the Eagles are down 20. 79-59 with 3:30 to go in the second half. LMU walks it front court. They've made 4 of their last 5 shots. Rankin, right wing. Up top, Guest. Flip it over to the left wing for Breadwood. Back to Guest, head of the key. His threes halfway down and out. Bowens rises up to pull in the rebound, left block. Eagles race right to left. Bowens at the free throw line. Goes to Browder on the left wing. Browder. Right hand dribbles, goes between the legs, stops, and hits Bowens at the right elbow. Bowens down to the left block, hop step, right hand. Can't get it to fall, gets the rebound. Outlets it to Rankin, lob to Breadwood, goes in for the alley-oop jam, can't flush it home, and he loses the rebound out of bounds. LMU unable to get the exclamation point there. The Rail Splitters head into the final break with 2:48 to play in the second half, leading 79-59. Back to Holt Fieldhouse for the final 2 minutes and change after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
2:48 to go in the second half. 79-59. Lincoln Memorial leads Carson-Newman. As the Eagles with Jarius Satterfield into the game for the first time. He brings the ball front court. Gets it over to Zhao, right wing. Zhao slips it to Butts, right side of the lane, curls underneath the basket, reverse layup, and Butts finishes with the right hand off the glass. 4 points for Josh Butts. Eagles down 18. 79-61 with 2:27 to play in the second half. LMU onto the offensive end. Breadwood, right wing, stripped by Browder. Back out to the wing, Breadwood corrals. 13 to shoot. Over to Rankin, left point. Rankin, jab, step back three, left wing, rainbows in. Timeout for Jeremiah Samarippis. Chase Rankin with 7 points and a 10-assist game as Samarippis pulls Jared Larry and Zaylin Chaney off the bench to replace Quay Kennedy and Chase Rankin. Rankin finishes shy of a triple-double, 7 points, 8 boards, 10 assists. 82-61, LMU by 21 with 2:08 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Satterfield over to Browder, left corner for a catch three. Browder strokes it. Career high 19 for Jack Browder on 3 of 7 shooting from deep. 82-64, Rail Splitters by 18 with $1:50 to play. LMU front court, Mikel Burries flips it out to Larry, head of the key. Larry cuts inside, kicks out to the left corner for Breadwood. Breadwood into the lane, fades over top of Butts, missed it, got his own rebound, follows through and lays it in from the left side. 7 points from Breadwood. Back to a 20-point lead for LMU. 84-64 with 90 seconds to play in the second half. Eagles front court. Zhao, right corner three, spins out left side. Brown the rebound, outlets it up the right sideline. It splits Zaylin Chaney's wickets and bounces out of bounds into the right corner. 84-64. 79 seconds left in the second half. LMU by 2. Darius Satterfield over the timeline at the head of the key for Carson-Newman. Goes to John Zhao, right point. Zhao cut off by Burries, curls left to the free throw line, loop it down to Butts, right block. Butts turns, right hand, Bunny won't drop. Browder an offensive board. Second chance for the Eagles. Zhao, right corner, catch three. That won't go down. Butts taps the rebound up, but Larry takes it. Outlet it to Breadwood, who carries it on the left wing. Turnover number 15 for LMU. 84-64, Splitters by 20. The damage was done in the first half with a 19-3 LMU run over a 6-minute stretch. Since then, been fairly even. LMU's outscored the Eagles by 4 after halftime. Carson-Newman just shooting 32% from the field for the game. Satterfield, pull-up J, left elbow, missed it from 15 short. Browder an offensive board. Turns out, hits Satterfield left corner. He rattles in a catch three. Jarius Satterfield has his first points. Eagles down 17, 84-67. 35 seconds left, 10-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Left wing, Larry a three, won't go down front iron. Browder the backside board, his 9th career high. And the Eagles bring it right to left. Satterfield inside for Butts, right block. Behind the back pass to Zhao, cutting left block. He hits the reverse layup. Eagles down 15, shot clock is off, and Jared Larry can dribble out the final moments in this contest. Lincoln Memorial will secure the sweep. Rail Splitters, as the final seconds come off the clock, prevail by a final score of 84-69 to take the season series. With Carson-Newman, LMU improves to 21-2 and retains its stranglehold on the Mountain Division at 11-1, while the Eagles fall to 11-10 after that 10-2 start. And remember when these teams played in early January? It was the battle of the last sack unbeatens. Well, Carson-Newman is now 5-6 in sack play. Eagles trying to find their footing for the stretch run. Final score from Holt: Lincoln Memorial 84 and Carson-Newman at 69. Domino's post-game report up next after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
The outlet to Nick Brennigan, racing to the rim, finger rolls it home with the right hand.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman falls to Lincoln Memorial by a final score of 84-69. Rail Splitters sweep the season series to improve to 21-2 and 11-1 in South Atlantic Conference play, while the Eagles drop to 11-10 and 5-6 in league action. Lincoln Memorial becomes the second team to shoot better than 50% from the field on Carson-Newman this season. The other was Clayton State. So LMU fires away 51.7% from the field, 9 of 21 from beyond the arc, and the Rail Splitters finish +3 on the glass. Really, it just boils down to the fact that LMU made shots and Carson-Newman didn't. Eagles did have 16 offensive rebounds to help spell the fact that they just shot 33% from the field, and that 33% effort, by the way, is a season low for Carson-Newman. So unfortunately, the week off after the UVA-Wise game, Eagles shot what was then a season worst 33.8% from the field against the Cavaliers. They go 0.5 of a percentage point worse here today against LMU. Got the offensive rebounds, had 23 second chance points, managed to score on them, but just too inefficient compared to what LMU was doing. It's fairly even, though. Fairly even, save for a 6-minute stretch in the first half. It was a tight game with about 10 minutes to play. Carson-Newman was down 2 following a Bryant Thomas dunk at 18-16. And then Lincoln Memorial would go on to score 19 of the next 22 points. The only 3 points that Carson-Newman scored in that 6-minute field goal drought were at the free throw line. A 19-3 run, and LMU finds itself up by 18 with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half, and that was pretty much all she wrote. Carson-Newman thought it might get interesting. Eagles got it down to 8 off of a 8-0 run with about 6 minutes gone in the second half, but then Lincoln Memorial responded with an 11-3 run to stretch it back out to 16. Had a 10-0 run late to push it out to the largest deficit that Carson-Newman has faced this season at 23. And that's how this one shakes out. Save for that stretch in the first half. Tight game. But that 6-minute stretch, really a mirror of the game in Harrogate. It was the same thing. It was a tight game, save for about a 5-minute deal. And in that 5 minutes, it was so thoroughly on LMU's side, there was no recovering from it. Eagles fall in this one. Spoils a career night. Jack Browder, 1 rebound away from his first career double-double, had 19 points and 9 rebounds. 19 points, also a career high for Browder. But he and Bryant Thomas, the only 2 double-digit scores for Carson-Newman. Thomas, 4 of 12 from the field. Paint scoring was difficult to come by for Carson-Newman. Eagles outscored in the paint 44-28. The most that Carson-Newman has been outscored by inside this season. And the Eagles winless 0-4 this year when being outscored inside. Quake Kennedy and Jordan Walters both finished with 23 points to lead the way for Lincoln Memorial. They're the first duo to combine for 20 against Carson-Newman since November 23rd when the Eagles were at Clayton State. Christian Chambers and Ricardo Sams went for 30 and 20, combined for 50 in that game. So Kennedy and Walters, the second grouping to have a pair of 20-point nights against the Eagles this year. Jordan Guest had 11 off the bench for Lincoln Memorial in an 84-69 win over Carson-Newman. Chase Rankin chased a triple-double, came up short, 7 points, 8 boards, and 10 assists. He's the first guy to have double-digit assists in a game against Carson-Newman in 5 years. Jonathan Jean did it for Lenore Ryan when he had an 11-assist day on December 5th, 2018. All adds up to an 84-69 win for Lincoln Memorial over Carson-Newman. As we continue on the Domino's postgame report, we welcome in the head coach of the Eagles, Chuck Benson. Chuck kind of followed a similar script to the first meeting in Harrogate. Outside of a 6-minute stretch, this one was pretty even, but that 6-minute stretch, things were decidedly on Lincoln Memorial's side. A 19-3 run in the first half. What happened on that stretch that LMU capitalized on?
It's not just a stretch, Cav. We got to make more shots. I mean, you can trim this down to some real simple concepts in this game. Players got to put the ball in the basket. We didn't have good shots. We had shots at as many shots at the rim as we could possibly hope for, as many as we could hope for, and we didn't make them. We'll continue to practice them. We'll continue to encourage. We'll continue to work on our individual skills. But from a shot preference standpoint, we couldn't ask for more, other than being wide. I mean, 5-on-0. Nobody even outguarding us. I mean, I'd have taken that, but they're an elite. They're an elite team. They're a top 10 ranked team in the country for a reason. They're the only team. They are the only team in the country that can boast having a top 10 offensive field goal percentage and defensive field goal percentage unit. So you know things are going to be difficult. And yet we got the ball where we preferred to get it. We just didn't capitalize.
12 of 38 on layups. How much of that is owed to their defense?
A lot of it. I mean, they are determined to contest shots and make it tough for you. And kudos to them. But we got it there, and we felt like that was the wise play. We'd do it again. We'd do it again. Like, you want to get high percentage shots to the rim, we just got to make them.
You look at this game, Jack Browder steps up in a big way, 19 points off the bench. That's a career high 9 rebounds. What did you see out of your freshman?
Loved what I saw to Jack. Loved. I thought first game in February, was great for him, and I think it just bodes well for what he will continue to bring to the table in his time here. But he's a freshman. He's got to play a lot this year. And he's just finding more and more comfortability and more confidence. And today, against that opponent, him to perform like he did, I'm elated for him and ecstatic for our program.
This team has had its struggles in 2023, and it feels like at some points that has been owed to confidence. How much of a refreshing feel is it that somebody went out there with some confidence today?
Well, I mean, it feels.
That's the ultimate turnover right there. Cooper Benson spilling cupcakes on the press row.
Okay. Excuse me, Cav, while we
you organize.
Just give me the cupcake.
The cupcakes are secured. He was one-handing it.
Yeah, he was one-handing it.
Gotta have better ball security. Confidence. How nice was it to see some confidence?
Well, I mean, we've had other players have shown confidence. We've had other moments in games we've had confidence. I really felt like today that we played confidently. The numbers may not spell that out, but we shot the ball very well. Thank you. We shot the ball very well from the free throw. I thought we had. I thought we had some good looks from three, which are hard to get against them.
Yeah.
But we shot those. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but something in me tells me today was a step in the right direction in terms of confidence. And Cap, I'm no prophet by any means, as we both know. But I just really felt like something positive came from today. And I told the team that. I don't know why. I mean, I want to win every game, and I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's LMU or if it's who it is. We want to win, but today was a step in the right direction. I really believe, and I told the players that, and we'll go into preparation for Catawba tomorrow, and try to build on today's the positives of today.
Does that come from doing what you intended to do? And by that, I mean you wanted to limit Lincoln Memorial's threes. For the most part, you did that. 8 is not what they typically hit on 22 attempts. And clearly, the emphasis was to get the ball to the rim, and you did that. Is that why you feel that way?
I don't want to go into a great deal of depth, but I can tell you that we were wanting to force other players for them to step up. And kudos to other players for their team. They did step up in a big-time way. The guys that we wanted to try to minimize their play, we actually minimized their play. So in terms of some of the positive takeaways defensively today, there are some. Now, again, Kev, if you're sitting there 4 rows up across from the bench and you're watching, you may have a different take on it. That's okay. That's a right to an opinion. But the guys in that locker room and our coaching staff know what we were trying to accomplish. And clearly, we want to win, but we're going to scheme and plan in a way that allows us the best chance. And you know, we forced other people to have to do things that they hadn't been doing, but they did them today, and that's what it is.
Turn your attention to Catawba. Road trip to Shuford. Jim, what do you got to do to get ready for the Indians?
We're going to keep right on us. Catawba's a good team. Completely different style of play Saturday than we saw today. It's going to be a lot of full court pressure, some mixed defenses from them. As a typical Catawba and Rob Perrin fashion, they're going to have a number of playmaking dudes, and we'll have to deal with that. But I ain't making no promises on nothing. I felt like we actually, in some kind of way, got better today.
Chuck, pleasure as always. We'll talk to you Saturday.
Thanks, Cap.
That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Luke Brennigan steps to the microphone when we get back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
All right, back on the Domino's post-game report as Carson-Newman falls to Lincoln Memorial by a final score of 84-69. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside senior guard Luke Brennigan. Luke, Chuck Benson said this team made some good strides today against a top 10 team. What did you see out of Carson-Newman?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with him. Obviously, we're not happy with the outcome, but our performance was trending in the right way. I mean, we took better care of the ball, 10 turnovers. We got 15 more shots than them. Yeah, we didn't make the shots tonight, but we got the shots we wanted at the rim with guys that we've seen make it over and over again and that we trust are going to make it moving forward.
You snap out of a little slump, yeah. 4-7 from the field, more efficient from yourself. Break down the process of growth for you after a little bit of a swoon over the last couple games.
I mean, yeah, I'm in a slump from 3 too. I really didn't break that one. How many have I missed in a row? Seriously, we need to get this.
It is up to 14.
14 in a row. Is that the highest in my career?
I would have to go look.
Yeah,
I would
bet it is.
I would bet it is.
So yeah, I still need to break.
I
need to get out of that one.
For a guy who at one point made a 3 in 22 consecutive games, I would bet that you haven't missed 14 straight in your career.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get out of that soon. But no, I mean, we've been talking about it. Me and CV and the coaches, players, obviously just keep instilling confidence. I mean, even you came to talk to us and said you've seen me make hundreds of shots in the corners, all that. Just keep shooting shots with confidence, keep playing, keep being a leader, and just trusting that everything's going to work out.
Jack Browder steps up. How nice was that to see out of the freshman? Career highs for points and rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, he's big time. He's relentless, super fun to play with, always cutting, super heady player. I think this was a really eye-opening performance for him and for us, and I think it's a really good sign.
Turn your attention to Catawba. Road doesn't get any easier on the road against an Indians team that's been pretty heady. They'd won 7 or 8 in a row before losing to this outfit, LMU, on the road on Saturday. What do you have to do to get ready for Catawba?
I mean, build off this, obviously. Don't get our heads down. Build on this. Trust our preparation. Trust our coaching staff to know we're going to do the right stuff. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of Catawba this year, but I know they're playing really well. It's always harder to win on the road, so just trust our preparation and play confident.
Luke, thanks for the time. Pleasure as always. All right. That's senior guard Luke Brennigan. Quickly around the South Atlantic Conference with a scoreboard update. There are some scores in this league tonight. Virginia-wise, might be playing the best basketball in the conference right now. 58% from the field. They came 15 threes, and they roll past Mars Hill 92-70. Bradley Dean continues to just put up crazy numbers. 9 of 12 from the field. He took 4 threes and didn't miss, and he finishes with 25 points as Wise rolls past Mars Hill 92-70. Limestone rallies on the road. They were down at the break, come back and beat LR 73-68 behind 22 points from Zeb Graham, 20 from Ben Gallert. That spoils twin 20-point nights from L.J. McCoy and T.J. Neesmith for the Bears. Newberry rallies on the road at Anderson. Trojans held a 5-point halftime lead. The Wolves outscored them by 10 in the second half, behind 45% shooting and 22 points and 11 rebounds, a double-double from Quandavian McCollum in a 77-72 triumph over the Trojans. It's Wingate coming from behind on the road, down 4 at the break, outscore Coker by 10 after halftime for a 79-73 final over the Cobras. Both teams shoot better than 50% from the field. Wingate gets 18 from Jaron Cottingham and 16 apiece from Josh Massey and Andreas Wilson. Potentially the most eye-opening score from Pioneer Arena. It is Emory and Henry who throttles Tusculum 90-68. Pioneers only shoot 38% from the field. The Wasps 55% put up 90 in Pioneer Arena to sweep the season series with Tusculum. That is pardon me, that was actually in Emory and Henry over in Virginia. The live stats were just through Tusculum, so pardon me. But regardless, Emory and Henry sweeps the season series. LMU sweeps the season series today with Carson-Newman by a final score of 84-69. We are back at it Saturday with a hoops doubleheader from Shuford Gym. Carson-Newman against Catawba, both men and women. The women's game against a nationally ranked Indians team. They're 21st in the country. That's at 2 p.m. We're on the air at 1:45. Overall, a largely successful day on the banks of Mossy Creek. Carson-Newman softball starts the season 2-0, sweeping a doubleheader over Concord by scores of 7-1 and 4-1. It is the Eagle baseball team with a season opening win 14-7 over Mars Hill, and Carson-Newman's women prevailed 67-58 over Lincoln Memorial to start the day. We will talk to you once again on Saturday from Shuford Gym. For Skip Roberts, back inside of our network studios, as well as our entire Eagle Sports Network crew, my counterpart for the women's game, Michael Watrang, our director tonight, Gary LaPrairie, replay operator, Ian Johnson, and Danny Wazorek, and our camera crew, Molly Buckowitz, Mia Toribio, Rick Gentahome, and Max Bryan. I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us. Once again, the final score from Holt Fieldhouse It's Lincoln Memorial 84 and Carson-Newman 69. Until we chat again on Saturday, have a pleasant rest of your Wednesday. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagles Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagles Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Michael Watfrang, Ian Johnson, Andrew Drizzy Rogers, Caitlin Jones, and Danny Wizarek. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game.
This is the Eagle Sports Network.